Hi, everybody. What is going on today? I hope you have all had a wonderful Thanksgiving weekend. I know that I did after discovering just a couple of days ago that I had hit 2,000 subscribers, and that is mind-blowing. Thank you guys so much for sticking by me all of this time, despite me putting out inconsistent uploads. Now, I do promise that we'll get better, but the positivity and encouragement and the constructive feedback that I have gotten over the last couple of months has been phenomenal. It has helped me immensely with shaping my channel into what I want it to be, and I couldn't have done it without you all. So I appreciate you very much, and I hope that you stick around. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I encourage you to do so. Like and share my videos to get my content out there. Click the notification bell so that you can be updated on when I'm pushing out new videos. Without further ado, let's read the story. Disney's Strange World looking like studio's costliest failure of 2022. No surprise. From my understanding, Strange World is like the most woke film that Disney has ever created. And from what I understand, they did not market it very well. And because of that, it looks like it was a flop. But I'm not really entirely convinced that it's just the marketing that made this movie fail. But we're going to read about it here. While it was a good weekend in some respects for Walt Disney Studios, it was a bad one in others. Black Panther: Wakanda Forever dominated the box office charts yet again. However, the other major release of the weekend was Disney's new animated adventure family film, Strange World. The film failed to find a major audience over the holiday weekend. Funnily enough, I had actually made a video speculating that Black Panther: Wakanda Forever might fail in the box office due to its early ticket sales, but it turned out that the film actually did really well, despite it not being as good as the first Black Panther, because I think the second movie is just like a really racist movie, especially towards whites. I think they did Namor wrong. They just completely ruined Namor. But, you know, it is what it is. Apparently it's doing well. But I do find it interesting that they mentioned Black Panther: Wakanda Forever in this article in contrast to Strange World, because maybe they believe that Strange World's flop could affect the box office successes for Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. Ultimately, per Box Office Mojo, Strange World only managed to muster $11.8 million domestically for the 3-day weekend and a less than impressive 5-day weekend total of $18.6 million. According to Deadline, Strange World is now looking like a failure that will lose an estimated $147 million for Disney. They're going to lose that money. The film was not made on an insignificant budget either. Per Variety, it cost $180 million, and that's likely before marketing. This makes Strange World into Disney's biggest failure or money loser of the year. I mean, from what I'm hearing, it's worse than Treasure Planet, and that came out 20 years ago, and that was like their worst flop, but that's a long time, and that's Bob Chapek's legacy right now, because he's on his way out. Bob Iger's coming back in, and I don't really care about that guy, but it is what it is as well. Some have argued that the film should have been released straight to streaming on Disney Plus instead. However, it still would have lost money that way without any type of theatrical release, and that's Bob Iger, of course. One thing that does look certain at this point is that the second resurgence of Walt Disney Animation Studios appears to be over at this point. It's not impossible for Disney Animation Studios to find its footing again, but that decade of the studio seeing unprecedented success appears to have ended with Frozen 2. As reported by The Blast, the one thing that Disney does have going for it is that Bob Iger has returned as the company CEO after his previously appointed successor, Bob Chapek, was unceremoniously ousted. According to Deadline, it is expected that Iger will likely return certain power of distribution back in the hands of studio creative heads to steer the direction of theatrical products. However, time will ultimately tell. But, you know, the perception around this movie is pretty controversial because no one's seeing it. I mean, really, no one's seeing it. I've heard that parents are just walking out of the theaters with their kids and the kids are extremely bored. Brianna Wu, I mean, she describes perfectly what this film is about. Main protagonist is gay. Older people don't find it remarkable. Biracial marriage. Almost no one is white. Climate change metaphor. Even the dog is disabled. I mean, if you really want to check out this movie and see what it's about, then be my guest. But it's looking like it's not doing too well. I mean, even here it says Disney's Strange World eats space dirt at the box office. It's kind of mean. Yeah, I mean, Jake Gyllenhaal did some interviews and I watched it where he's just saying Strange World over and over again. He has nothing to say about the film but Strange World. He said it. Yeah, he sure did. It really is a strange world, Jake Gyllenhaal. Sometimes I feel like we're living in a science fiction reality. because Disney really thinks that movies like these are going to do well in theaters after everything that we have been through thus far with Star Wars and Marvel. Maybe they realized that it wasn't going to succeed, which is why they didn't market it. I mean, I can't know for sure. I mean, surely we can speculate. Clearly, this is a catastrophic failure in every sense of the word, unlike Black Panther, which was actually a financial success somewhat. But, I mean, this movie's going to hurt Disney, and with Bob Iger coming back in to clean up Bob Chapek's mess, there's no telling where Disney's going to go from here, but I assume it's not going to be a good direction for at least the time being. But despite that, I hope you all have a beautiful day. Like and share this video, subscribe, click that notification bell, and I hope to see you all again next time.